resonate with that क्योंकि जब गलती हो जाती है तो हम बोलते हैं अरे मुझे ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. That means you know what is the right thing to do. So what is it about us which makes us not use? I mean, if you kind of dip deep into your brain, there'll be so much knowledge. You know, if you make it into pages, you can make a bridge up to the moon with that knowledge that we have, right? All the knowledge that is there came from India. So that means we should be sone ki chidiya, right? And everybody should be following the road rules and doing the right thing, and you know what we are doing. So there is a big gap between what we know and what we do. So that's my job, to help people because they want to, right? You did not waste time studying and learning. Even now you're learning, right? At least I'm learning, Ashok ji is learning, Ratan ji is learning, Madam Hotoxy is learning, we're all learning, right? We love to learn, right? Bharat ka rehne wala, so we love to learn and we love to go and listen to people. So my challenge has always been, I ask people, yeah, but what are you doing with it? हम लोग कर क्या रहे? So no more of that stuff. I will do 2 small experiments with you after a little while, right? So who am I to you? Just a friend who is committed to the fulfillment of your vision. Who are you to me? You should like to know that also, right? So you are a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being who deserves to be loved and respected for who you are. Get it? Should I repeat that? You are a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being who deserves to be loved and respected for who you already are. So you don't have to grow a halo or something like that. So I request all of you gentlemen and ladies to stand up, please. Let's do a little exercise. And come, young man. So I'll show you all how I want you to introduce yourself to each other, all right? I know that you know everybody, but let's do this way and see what you discover, all right? So I'm introducing myself, you will introduce yourself exactly in the same way, and then everybody will introduce to everybody else in exactly that same way. Hi, my name is Sukhdeepak, and you, my friend, are a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being. I like you a lot. So now you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Rohit, and you are a wonderful, amazing, extraordinary human being, and I like you a lot.
Wonderful. So you got it. So please meet with each and every person in this room like this. Introduce yourself. Go ahead. Come on, guys. Don't be shy. The words are very important. Okay. Hi. My name is Sukhdeepak. You are a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being. So please go greet everybody. Hello, sir. Wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being. I like you a lot. That's all we have to say. Say what you mean. I like you. Thank you. Then you give me the example. Don't miss out on anything.
I will shake hands.
No, Dito, that's not fair. Right? The words make a very big impact. Extraordinary human beings. Yeah, so don't miss out on anything. You can make I have to say that wonderful, magnificent human being.
Hi Kiran! You are a wonderful man.
You are wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary. Don't miss out. I am so
Hira, I like you.
Magnificent.
Whatever you do, I like you.
I know you have to say the word. Do the exercise.
You are good at tea.
Just got back.
And I like you a lot. You introduce you.
Hello, Farid.
All right. Now, so ladies and gentlemen, one question to you: did you meet with everybody?
No.
I'll tell you how wonderful it would have been if you had met with everybody. You know, these words are so powerful and it completely changes the way you relate with people. Okay? Somebody taught me this 30 years ago. Okay? And in my profession, can you imagine if you meet somebody for the first time and you establish a rapport with them at a completely different level? Will it make a difference in life or not? Yeah, that's the possibility. And I realize that we can live with people, spend our life with them, and we don't see them like that. Even if we do, we don't say it. Now, how many of you felt silly doing this exercise? You know, yeah, why would you think, I mean, why would you feel like that? Have you thought about it? I mean, when I did it first time, I was saying, they're talking about me. I'm the wonderful. Really? I didn't know that. Are you getting it? So we have some very distorted perceptions about ourselves, but the day we start recognizing ourselves as who we really are, it changes the world around us. See, I'm saying this to you, very esteemed people here from Rotary, because we all believe in making a difference in life, isn't it? So who are we making a difference to? Wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary people just like us, right? I mean, I love that song. वो राज कपूर का पुराना मूवी था ना, किसी की मुस्कुराहटों, remember that? बोलना नहीं पड़ता आगे, you get it. And I believe that this is, you know, क्या बोलते हैं उनको? संगत of people who believe like that. Otherwise, you will not be here. So my salute to all of you. All right. So let's continue with the experiment today. All right. First, we are going to do something called the energy test. Shall we do that? Please stand up. I'm not going to let you sit. Otherwise, you might go to sleep. Alright? So, if I ask you to do something which you don't like to do, can you do that 100%? Really? It depends, no? Life mein, if there is enough force and pressure and dhamki or lalach, you do many things which you don't like to do also. आपको पता है अच्छी तरह. Isn't it so? Now, if I ask you to do something which you love to do, can you do that 100%? That's what you think, right?
Not habitual. We are not habitual.
वाह, क्या ठीक है. एक और दिन, फिर वही शाम, वही गम, वही तन्हाई. So I'm going to ask you to do something which you love to do, and let's see if you do it 100%. Remember, we are doing an experiment. You don't tell me आपने बताया नहीं था क्यों कर रहे हैं. मैं बता रहा हूँ. We are going to find out whether you are capable of doing anything 100% or not. Many people will think, of course I am. चलो पता लगा लेते. So when I say 1, 2, 3, you will all laugh 100%. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, go. One thing ना, हम लोग ढकोसला करने में बहुत expert. I mean, you have proved that you can make a loud noise, but आपको पता है कि
असली नहीं है.
असली हो या नकली, आपने 100% तो नहीं किया, right? आई एम श्योर यहाँ पे कई बड़े कलाकार और रंगीले इंसान होंगे जब एक को पेग पीते हैं फिर कैसे हंसते होंगे. वो हंसी कुछ और होती है ना. एटमॉस्फेयर. सी, आज का टॉपिक मालूम है क्या है? गोइंग बियॉन्ड सर्कमस्टांसेस. राइट? अगर मैं आपको पूछता हूँ व्हाई डिड यू नॉट लाफ 100%? अगर आप सच बोल रहे हैं तो टेल मी व्हाई वुड यू नॉट लाफ 100%?
I'm told to do that.
अच्छा, so what?
No, it's not natural. I feel myself can do it. Then
Okay, so good sir. अभी ये वकील साहब है ना, इनसे थोड़ा सोच के बात करना पड़ेगा. समझे कि नहीं? When you feel like it, when do you feel like it, sir?
when somebody is singing some good song, I like that. And I'm singing
Or
something.
somebody
I
cracks,
like.
like in Malayali guys will say, when somebody cracks a joke, right? Even if it is a stupid joke, you know, कौवा बोला कढ़ाई से तू इतनी गाली है, फिर बड़ी हंसी आ जाती है. Right? So, did you laugh or did the joke make you laugh?
Joke.
Right? Did the song make you happy or you got happy?
Actually, I got happy because the song was.
Because, right?
Because-
You notice. So, as human beings, we are all externally driven people for no fault of our own, right? बाहर की परिस्थितियां, बाहर की चीजें हमको प्रभावित करती हैं, and it significantly impacts our action. You might have seen that happening, right? Now, the only way the outside world can influence you is through what? Through your feelings. If our feelings were not affected by the outside, then you would be in control, right? I mean, circumstances cannot control you then. So any intelligent person will say that if the circumstances are influencing me through my feelings, why don't I learn to generate the feelings that I need so I can give my 100%? Okay, now somebody care to translate this into Hindi, please, or Gujarati or Malayalam or whatever. In the process of translation, you will understand
अगर
something.
मुझे अच्छा लगता है किसी बात से
ना।
तो मैं उसी बात को
हमने ये नहीं फरमाया था सर. दोबारा बोलूं? If the circumstances are influencing me through my feelings, why don't I learn to generate the feelings I need so I can give my 100%? इतना बड़ा भी नहीं, बड़ा सिंपल.
परिस्थितियाँ मुझे
मेरे
मेरी
फीलिंग से
इन्फ्लुएंस करती है,
प्रभावित करती है, तो
मैं खुद वो फीलिंग्स क्यों नहीं
पैदा करना क्यों ना सीखूं? If I learn to generate the feelings I need, तो अगर मैं उनमें से हूँ जो एग्जाम से 2 दिन पहले पढ़ता है, तो कोई पूछेगा why are you studying one day before the oh I'm afraid I might fail. So why the hell did you not produce that fear 2 months ago and start studying it? If fear makes you, if passion makes you go 100%, if enthusiasm makes you go 100%, generate it, na? Now a lot of people say यार जवान लोगों में जोश होता है, right? I train a lot of people from college students up to senior management, MDs and all that, right? I'm sorry to say sir, आजकल की young लोग भी काफी बुझे हुए दिखते हैं, right? तो कई बार वो ट्रेनिंग की इवनिंग में आके बोलते सर आपके पास इतना एनर्जी कहाँ से आता है? मैं बोलता मैं जनरेट करता है. See, it's called power of generation. If you learn to generate the feelings that you desire, nobody can influence you. Only you can. And no circumstance can stop you. This is my practical experience in life. Because when I became a trainer, I came to Bombay in the year 1982. And I went to my trainer and I said to her, I've come, I want to be a trainer. Alright? And she put me through a terrible test. I mean, I don't want to waste your time. The test was simple. She said, you know what kind of a person I am? I said, yes, I know. I can do anything. I said, okay, do it. 10 people are sitting in the room. Thappad mara muh pe. You want to learn from me? I said, yeah. I was sending a message to myself. Because I realized nothing in life comes easy. Difficulties are going to come. If I get stopped, I'd given up a multinational company job, Bosch company, right? And I just came. I said, "Ab to main trainer ban ke hi jaunga. I'm not going back otherwise." Okay. Second thing, Khurshid said, "Listen, you'll have to do exactly what I ask you to do." I said, "Yeah, certainly I'll do." And you know what he said to me? go down on your knees and touch your nose on the ground. What do you think I did? I actually went down on my knees and I touched my nose on the ground. And I was a branch manager, by the way, not some little bacha there, right? I had 2 bachas of my own. Why did I do that? Not to prove anything to her, but to prove to myself that I can generate whatever is required. Because see, there are many entrepreneurs here, right?
Yeah.
How many entrepreneurs here, sir?
All.
Who run, right? Now you know that it's not easy, right? And one of the things that comes is something called discouragement when things, देखिए, if you are a professional like me, कभी तो बहुत धंधा आएगा, कभी आएगा ही नहीं, right? And you will meet a lot of what do you call ungrateful, ungracious people, काम वाम करा के पेमेंट नहीं करेंगे. आप तो बोलेंगे यार मैंने तो जान डाल दिया था, पेमेंट नहीं कर रहा है. And sometimes you'll think क्यों करूँ यार, दिमाग खराब है मेरा. You can sit down now.
Majority of the time.
Are you sure we should sit down?
Yes, sir. Why not? I'm not going to punish you just because I'm standing here. Thank you for honoring me by following my.
Bala, no.
Bala, where are you
Yeah.
from, Bala?
Shipping magnet.
अच्छा. तो वो गाना याद आएगा बाला ओ
Oh, Bala, oh, Bala. Nacho.
Okay, great. Nice to meet you.
Nice.
So, power of generation. Okay? We are all so much influenced and conditioned. Do you understand what is conditioning? I'll show you a little bit about conditioning also. बचपन से क्या होता है, बेटा पढ़ लो नहीं तो चपड़ासी बनना पड़ेगा, पढ़ नहीं तो डंडा पड़ेगा, है ना? And if you study, we'll give you toffee, है ना? Today we'll give you for ice cream. So बचपन से, what is the habit that we have? To be influenced by outside, right? So carrot and stick, darao, dhamkao, whatever. Lots of love they did it, but the sad thing is we got so used to be influenced from the outside. So when things are not working for you, you will say because paristhitiyan kharab hai, right? My question is, should you allow yourself to do that? Now many of you are already big entrepreneurs and running your companies and all that, so you must be having that power, okay? But maybe you can teach your guys to develop that power also, okay? So that was the first thing, and I'll tell you something, power of generation is easy to do if you learn one thing. You know what is that? A secret that was known to behavioral scientists for the last 50 years. And the secret is, वो वाला secret नहीं जो गुप्त ज्ञान movie में मिलता है आपको, not that one. The secret is, the human mind does not know the difference between a real experience and an imaginary experience. Anybody wants to translate that? The human mind does not know the difference between a real experience and an imaginary experience. Who will translate that one, sir? Try करो.
मनुष्य का दिमाग बाहरी
real and imaginary experience.
और नकली
काल्पनिक.
काल्पनिक और वास्तविक अनुभव में अंतर नहीं करता है. See, whether it's real or imaginary, the mind reacts in the same way. Now tell me, sir, where all do we experience it in life? हम लोग अपने लाइफ में अनुभव करते हैं कि नहीं? So where do we experience it?
आपने जो कहा कि ओल्ड होने के बाद ओल्ड आदमी वो होता है जो ऐसी बातें इमेजिन करते रहता है जो
कि मैं ओल्ड हो गया हूँ, ये okay, that is one example. और बताएं, where do we experience it? We are all a bunch of very avid movie watchers, are we not? Right? Is a movie real?
No.
Right? But all the emotions that the movie evokes, they are very real, right? I went to see Veer Zara. How many of you saw Veer Zara movie? Right? So I am an experimenter, remember? So I was standing outside the hall with my wife and I was looking at all the guys who came out. I did not look at the young guys. Because थोड़ा वो शुगल के मूड में रहते हैं. Almost 90% people had tears in their eyes. And that movie is not real. You know it's somebody's imagination he's showing you. So my point is very simple, sir. If a movie can influence you, why can't you? And this particular thing is used by many people today, especially in the armed forces. Have you seen that? Where do they use it? When they give them a rifle and they put the bayonet on their rifle, what does the soldier do? Does he do charge like that? Charge? He doesn't charge like that, right? How does he charge? Charge! Why does he do that? He's generating that passion and that energy, right? Why, sir? Because that battlefield is a horrible place. It's a really horrible place, right? They cannot show you in the movies, you will die. My father was a colonel in the army commanding a battalion, and he told me in the war, 3 wars he fought. He says, I've seen a soldier hit by 32 bullets and he went on fighting and he killed 13, 14 soldiers after being hit. Can you imagine that? They are trained to generate. Why? Because the battlefield is a horrible place. Even the most brave soldiers will be completely paralyzed with the sound. You know, the dhamake hote hain, badam, and somebody's head is cut and rolling like a football. Somebody's, you know, the blood is coming out like a fountain. You know, his intestines are hanging out and he's screaming with putting it inside. All that, right? Can he fight? But he generates that passion. Sir, the soldier, at least he knows who his enemy is. Do you and I know? It can come from any side, right, sir? And mostly sitting inside. ये जब आवाज होती है ना यार बहुत हो गया अभी नहीं है छोड़ो यार रहने दो ना बहुत कर लिया होता है ना बहुत मगजमारी हो गया that fellow. So this power of generation, if you, all it needs is for you to remember and generate it, right? So I have a bunch of veterans, more than 1.5 years, Ratan ji, Ashok ji, they come every morning. We are giving them those tools, you know, to generate that. Listen, you will be overtaken by urgencies of everyday life. What is urgency of everyday life? जो चीजें भी करनी पड़ती है, नाना करते भी करनी पड़ती है. But what is lost in the bargain? जो चीजें हम करना चाहते हैं, you know, all your real desires. I mean, I realized at the age of 30 के बढ़िया सुखदीपक मलवाई तुम ये कंपनी की नौकरी करते करते जो तुम अपना भविष्य के what have you done about your future? Nothing.
Nothing, zero.
That is the danger, sir. So those who really want to do something, they use this power of generation. Now, who's the enemy, sir? One is the mind, and I'm going to show you some very interesting things about the mind in the next 5 minutes. I've done it in about 17 countries. At least one workshop every week. I do this exercise with everybody. I've never done it with a bunch of such senior people. I mean, varied people, right? So I need one bhola insan over here for the experiment.
सब बोला है
सब बोलेंगे बोला है, बट वो अंदर सोच रहे हैं अच्छा मैं बोला हूँ बताता हूँ थोड़ी देर में. चलो किसी को मान लेते हैं, इनको मान लेते हैं, थोड़े भोले लगते हैं.
Absolutely. गौतम कमान
गौतम आप पंजाबी हो क्या?
नहीं गुजराती.
अच्छा ठीक है, क्योंकि पंजाबी को अगर आपने भोला बोल दिया ना वो गुस्सा हो जाता है. क्योंकि पंजाब में कैसे बोलते हैं मतलब बोलते भोला जैसे कि भोला कुछ. तो गौतम जी जो थे क्या करते हैं सर आप?
आई एम वर्किंग इन फायर एंड सेफ्टी.
Working. Beautiful, good example. Now he's a good subject. So Gautam ji was working fire and safety company and all that for many years. So he had this deep desire, I want to become a millionaire, you know. तो नौकरी वाला आदमी he realizes very fast कि millionaire तो छोड़ो, लखियर भी नहीं बनोगे, ठीक है ना, क्योंकि नौकरी करते रह जाओगे.
बहुत अच्छा है.
हैं?
यही रिटायर हो गए तो बहुत अच्छा है.
वो भी बहुत बड़ी बात है. आजकल के जमाने में नौकरी भी रह जाए तो बहुत बड़ी बात है. कभी कोविड कभी कोविड पता नहीं क्या है, राइट? So क्या होता है कि वो एक दिन इनको फतूर चढ़ता है, घर पहुंच जाते हैं. Are you married?
Married.
Okay, very good. He goes home and he says, "Yeah, I'm going to start my own business." So what do you think the wife's reaction will be? So he says, "What do you mean by that?" "I am starting my own business." She says, "Are you serious?" He says, "Are you serious?" वो गुजराती में कैसे बोलते हैं? Are you serious? She knows Gujarati. I don't know. How do you say?
अच्छी बात है बेजू
पागल થઈ ગયો કે?
हाँ,
गांडो छे, गांडो.
दिमाग सही है क्या? बेजू ठीक है ऐसे.
ગાંડો થઈ ગયો.
Right?
That is better.
He says, but why? He says, but why are you saying like that? आप बड़े भोले हो. वो गाना भी होता था ना, बड़े भोले हो, ये भी ना जाना. So नहीं, but एक चीज मैं बताऊँ, ये जो भोले लोग होते हैं ना, they are very stubborn people. They are very intelligent also, and they are very stubborn also. So he went on, why not? Why not? Why not? She said, no, you leave it, you leave it. So finally when dinner time came, she said, come for dinner. बोलता मैं खाना नहीं खाऊंगा. So we used to do it with our mummies when we were children, you know. when you wanted something to be done, आप बोलोगे खाना नहीं खाऊंगा. So he does that with his wife. We all do it with wives also. खाना नहीं खाऊंगा. Then they get worried कि क्यों नहीं खाओगे. So finally he says अरे भाग्यवान कर लो business जो करना है. मैं तुमको सिर्फ 10,000 रुपीज सैंक्शन करती हूँ. सैंक्शनिंग पावर तो वाइफ के पास ही रहती है ना. So he says 10,000. So he's an intelligent fellow. 10,000 है तो क्या होगा, मैं तुमको कुछ करके दिखाऊंगा. So he opens this kiosk in front of a big company office. In front of his own company only, right? So he's selling everything over there: paper, pencil, rubber, you name it. Kacha banyan, no food items, right? And his shop does extremely well initially. So after some time, people find out that he's a bhola. So what happens to bhola people in business? लोग उधारी लेंगे, तो खाते में लिख दो, कल दे देंगे, ये तो दिल दयालु इंसान है, चलो कोई बात नहीं. So shop's making a loss. ठीक है? So one day, so he's gone kind of bankrupt. So he goes and tells his wife, तो बस business fail हो गया. मैंने तो बोला था आपको fail होने वाला. तो क्या करूं? अरे बंद करो business. मगर मेरा स्टॉक का क्या होगा? तो क्लियरेंस सेल करो. क्लियरेंस सेल बड़ी अच्छी चीज होती है ना. जो आपको नहीं भी कुछ चाहिए होगा ना तो परचेज करके आ जाएंगे, है ना. तो मैं फॉरेन जाता ना, बहुत कचरा लेके आता था वहां से. तो एक दफा बीवी ने बोला कुछ नहीं लेके आना है. तो एक बार हांगकांग गया, इतना बड़ा बैग भर के लेके आ गया. तो फिर ले आया. मैंने कहा सेल थी. तो उसने कहा ठीक है, फिर ठीक है, सेल थी. राइट. सो दिस गाय डज अ सेल, राइट. बड़ा बड़ा बोर्ड लगा है, सेल सेल सेल. ऐसे में मैडम, आई फॉरगॉट योर नेम अगेन. Shashi ji is coming to the office and she forgot to bring her pen. And that's a calamity in India, you know. पेन देना. क्योंकि इंडिया में क्या होता है, चाहे 10 रुपए का पेन हो या 5 का, आप किसी से पेन मांगे
वापस
नहीं, ऐसे पोस्ट ऑफिस में बांध के रखते हैं, राइट. सो इट्स वेरी इंसल्टिंग, राइट. सो शी वांट्स अ पेन एंड शी गोज टू हाय गौतम, एंड गौतम गेट्स घबराउड, यू नो. मैडम इज सो सीरियस. हाय गौतम, मैडम व्हाट कैन आई डू फॉर यू मैम? डू यू हैव अ पेन? You know, she's so dignified. Do you have a pen? He says, yes, ma'am, I have a pen. The last piece, ma'am. Mr. Amitabh Bachchan came and he touched it. This is a Parker pen. I will give it to you at the cost price of 111 rupees only. Okay? So madam has a Brahmastra. You know what is a Brahmastra? She carries only 2,000 rupees note with her. It has its uses. So you go for ice cream, friends will pay. Right? So she pulls out and gives him 2,000 rupee note. He also takes out a 2,000 rupee note. He says, मैडम हमारी मेम साहब भी हमें 2,000 का ही नोट देती हैं ताकि खर्चा ना कर पाऊँ. मेरा तो बोनी भी नहीं हो गया, क्या करूँ? So she's looking a bit sad. It's very bad. He says, madam, don't worry. He brings her to this Yana shopkeeper. What's your good name, sir?
Pradeep.
Pradeep. So you have a bad name also?
Good name.
What's your good name? As though somebody's got a bad name also. Right? So he brings her to, and he says कि प्रदीप जी प्लीज इनको चेंज दो. बोलता है मैं अजनबी लोगों को चेंज नहीं देता. दे दो ना सर, पड़ोसी हूँ ना, मैं बोल रहा हूँ दे दो. तो ये चेंज देते हैं मैडम को. और मैडम buys a pen for how much? 111 rupees. And she goes away. Right? Now generally प्रदीप साहब जो है बड़े पेशेंट और शांत स्वभाव के इंसान है, बट आज इनको बहुत गुस्सा आ जाते हैं. बोलते हैं क्या लोगों सुबह से मिला नहीं तुमको, व्हाट इज दिस, फलाना ढिमकाना है ये वो. तो ये भोले साहब ना और भोले हो जाते हैं. विचित्र परिस्थितियों में क्या हुआ सर, तुमको पता नहीं है क्या हुआ? नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं पता क्या हुआ. वो जो नोट था वो फेक था. सर मैं क्या, व्हाट शुड आई डू सर? यू शी गेव यू नोट, यू टुक द नोट, व्हाई आर यू शाउटिंग एट मी? Because of you I took it, so you have to make good my loss. So that poor fellow says, sir, I've got this note, you take it. So he takes the note, tears away the false note and goes away, right? So you have to tell me who lost money in this particular transaction.
111 का पेन गया.
किसका लॉस हो गया ये बताओ पहले तो. भोला का हो गया. फैंटास्टिक. नाउ अभी आंसर बोलना नहीं, आप थोड़ा कैलकुलेशन कर लो. भोला का कितना लॉस हो गया कैलकुलेट करके रखो. मैं पूछता हूँ आपसे, अभी ऊंचा मत बोलना, बिकॉज हिंदुस्तान में ना भेड़ चाल होता है. आप जो बोलोगे सब लोग वही बोलेगा, राइट? हो गया कैलकुलेशन. सो हाउ मच मनी डिड भोला लूज? लेट्स आस्क दिस जेंटलमैन. कितना लॉस हो गया सर? 111. फैंटास्टिक. 2,111. How much? How much is that? 2,000 minus 111. चलो 1889. Okay, fantastic. 1889. Fantastic. 1889. Yes, sir. Pradeep ji. 2200. 2220. Wow, this is really very viचित्र. Yes, sir. आप बताइए. वो तो naturally सर CA नहीं है यहाँ कोई. जब CA सोचते हैं अमेरिकन एक्सप्रेस में ये करता था दिल्ली में. एक मिनट आ रहे हैं आपके पास. आप बताइए.
Original price of the
111.
no, but originally it must be
Cost price 111.
cost price.
चलो आप सोचते रहो. आप बताइए सर. 2000 रुपए क्या?
2111.
2111. Fantastic. कितना है? Matter of fact 2111. Okay. आप बताइए. 1889. Yes sir. 11 rupees. 1899. Fantastic. You sir. 2889. Wow, fantastic. You sir. 1889. 1889. Zero. Wow, ये तो international answer है. You ma'am. 1889.
I got it.
Yeah, say the answer.
Profit of 18.
What is the number?
It's a profit
What is the number?
of 1889.
Profit of 1889. Wow, this is super international.
He
You sir.
explained his that he's wrong. No,
Yeah,
you're
ma'am.
right.
Yeah, 2000 plus the
Because he's a
sale price of
Gujarati, no,
the
he's not.
What is that?
2100.
2000. Fantastic. You guys are fantastic. You know, I did a training of all college principals of Mumbai, which included BT Bai College, Giant College, and blah blah blah. All the big colleges, Narsi, Munji, and all that. 24 of them were there. They had 9 answers. But this group is fantastic. You got 14. I didn't ask you, sir. What's your answer? 2000. Eh? So you guys have got some many answers. Fantastic. What happened? When I asked this question to class 4 students, you know, they all have the same answer, and it is the right answer. So I did it for one of those institutes, you know, that prepares people for IIT entrance exam, FITGE, PI, like that. So there were 22 professors over there, and they had 11 answers. The head of the maths department also had the wrong answer. So I asked him, मैंने कहा गर्ग साहब क्या हुआ? बोलता आप लिख के देते. तो मैंने कहा गर्ग साहब लाइफ में परिस्थितियाँ आपको लिख के आती हैं कि आप निर्णय लीजिए. So you have to make decisions based on calculation. So question is कि how is it that bunch of so successful, educated, blah 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 people, they got so many answers, right? And I don't know if anybody got the right answer. So by the end of today, if you guys can all agree on one answer, I'll be so happy.
No. Oh, no, it was real.
Well, I'm sure everybody thinks that their answer is the right answer, right? But convince everybody. I'll give you 5 minutes. Go around. Try it out. I want you to have one correct answer in the room. Let's see if you can arrive on it. So go ahead. Let's take 5 minutes. It'll be entertaining if not.